All right, so get ready, because we're going to dive into a story that is, well, it's messy. It's really messy. You know, we all know Diddy, right? Champagne, the hits, the whole image. But there's a whole other side to this story. It's an empire, really, but lately it's been rocked by accusations, like really serious ones. Lawsuits, investigations, even like big names trying to distance themselves. You know, it was more than just bad press. This is serious stuff. So if you think you know Diddy's story, trust me, buckle up because the details are going to be pretty shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it all went down. Like 1 minute, everything's all, bad boy for life, and then suddenly it's like a bomb went off.
Seriously, it's like someone lit a fuse, right? Back in November 2023, and then boom, lawsuits, investigations, the whole 9 yards. So to really understand this, we got to rewind back to the beginning. Cassie.
Right, Cassie. So talented, amazing voice. She filed this lawsuit November 16th, 2023. It was huge. I mean, she was alleging years of abuse during their relationship. But then, just like that, it was gone. Settled.
Wait, like a day later? That's insane, even for these high-powered legal teams. What's the play there? Damage control.
Could be. It definitely raises some eyebrows. I mean, Diddy released a statement wishing her well and all that. But about the actual settlement, total silence. No details, nothing. Which, you gotta wonder, right? Makes you think they just want it to disappear.
Yeah, and I bet that's tough when, like, not even a week later, more stuff comes out.
Exactly. It was like opening the floodgates. 2 more women filed lawsuits, both in New York, same day, November 23rd. And the timing, well, that's interesting, because it was right before the Adult Survivors Act expired in New York.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't lawyers, what is that exactly? The Adult Survivors Act. And why does it matter so much in this whole Diddy thing?
Oh, it's a big deal. Basically, it gave people who were sexually assaulted a chance to sue, even if it happened a long time ago, like decades ago, before it was like too much time has passed, tough luck. But this law, it was meant to change that, to give people a voice.
Wow. Okay, so this wasn't just about Diddy then. It was way bigger than that.
For sure. It became this symbol, right? Like maybe it was finally time to deal with all this stuff that had been swept under the rug for years. And for Diddy, while it meant everyone was watching, the pressure was on.
And it didn't stop there. This wasn't just, gossip anymore. This hit his businesses too.
Oh, yeah. Less than a week after those lawsuits, boom. He stepped down as the chairman of Revolt, his TV network. And that was a big deal. This wasn't just about his personal life anymore. It was hitting his brand, his image, everything.
Man, that's intense. And to think, this is just the beginning of all this.
Well, this is just Act 1.
It's crazy, right? Like when you think about how big his reach is, it's not just music. There's the clothes, the drinks, even like charity stuff. It's a whole empire built on him, Diddy.
Seriously, it's the kind of success most people wouldn't even dream of, and that's why this whole thing is so interesting. We see the lawyers, the statements, but behind it all, there's this high-stakes fight to save it all, everything he's built.
And you can't talk about Diddy's legacy without talking about Bad Boy Records. I mean, that's where it started. He didn't just find talent, he made stars. Some of the biggest names in hip-hop came from there.
Oh, totally. That's what makes these accusations so bad. They hit at the core of his image, the guy who makes things happen. And suddenly, it's not about success anymore. It's about suspicion.
Yeah, and then you see things like New York City wanting their key back, Howard University taking back that degree they gave him. It's like, whoa, people are making a statement.
It shows you how things are changing. Institutions, they're under pressure to react, to keep up with public opinion. And right now, that court of public opinion, it moves fast.
Especially with accusations this serious, right? This isn't just gossip. This is the kind of stuff that could end careers, ruin reputations.
Absolutely, and that's the line Diddy's walking here. Can he keep his personal life separate from his public image, from his brand? It's a tough thing to do, especially with all eyes on you.
No kidding. So let's try to break this down a bit. We've got Cassie's lawsuit, which was settled really fast, and then these 2 other lawsuits filed right at the deadline. Those seem like the big ones.
They are, because they tap into something much bigger than just Diddy. They're about power, and how it's used. They're saying he took advantage of women who didn't really have a voice.
And those allegations, they go way back, right? Like to the 90s when he was first starting out.
Yep, and that adds another layer to all of this. It makes you look at the whole music scene back then. Did they turn a blind eye to this kind of behavior back then? It makes you wonder.
So it's not just about one guy's actions then. It's about a whole system that allowed this to happen, right? Protecting the powerful people no matter what.
Exactly. And that's why this case is so big. It's like holding up a mirror to how we deal with power, how we treat people who've been hurt.
And we do have to say, Diddy's denied everything. His lawyers say it's all lies meant to hurt him.
Right, and that's important. We have to remember, innocent until proven guilty. Right. But at the same time, these accusations, they do damage, whether they're true or not. It's a tough spot to be in.
It really is. You've
Yeah.
got to let the legal stuff play out. But you can't ignore how serious this all is. And then there's social media, which just blows everything up, doesn't it?
It does. It's like this constant stream of opinions, judgments, and it spreads so fast it's hard to escape.
Okay, so where do we go from here? We've got the lawsuits, Diddy's reputation hanging in the balance, everyone waiting to see what happens next. What's the next chapter?
Well, the court cases will keep moving forward, and that'll probably bring more stuff to light. But outside of the courtroom, the big question is, how does Diddy come back from this?
Come back. Is that even possible at this point?
It's a long shot, for sure, but he's always been able to adapt, to reinvent himself. Whether he can do it this time, well, we'll have to wait and see.
And, we got to talk about this, right? The music industry, especially hip-hop, it's got this, well, complicated history with these kinds of accusations.
Yeah, it's true. We've seen it all before. The accusations, the outrage, maybe a statement here and there, and then life goes on, you know?
Exactly. So what's different now? Is this a turning point? Could Diddy's case actually change things? Like, for real this time?
That's the big question, isn't it? And it's bigger than just Diddy, right? It's about the whole culture. Like,
Yeah.
have we been protecting the wrong people, ignoring things we shouldn't?
And we have seen some progress, haven't we? I mean, look at the hashtag #MeToo movement. It forced everyone to pay attention, no matter what industry you were in.
Oh, absolutely. There's a different energy now. People are watching. They want action, not just words. And that pressure, it's everywhere now.
But the music world, hip-hop especially, it always felt like untouchable, like their own rules.
For sure, there was this code, right? What happens in the industry stays in the industry.
Yeah.
But that's changing. It has to.
So where does that leave someone like Diddy? His whole image, it's about being larger than life, invincible almost. Can that even exist anymore in this new world we're talking about?
It's a good question. And honestly, I don't know the answer. His story, it's like this perfect example of how fame and power are colliding with, well, with reality. Can he adapt? Can he earn back trust after all this?
And we haven't even mentioned the money part. This could cost him big time.
Yeah.
Contracts, investments, the whole empire, it's all at stake.
Exactly. This isn't just a PR problem. This is his livelihood.
Yeah.
Everything he's built. Those accusations, they have real consequences.
Man, it's a lot,
Yeah.
As we're talking about all this, it makes you think, what does it all mean? All this drama, the accusations, what does it say about us?
It's a question we should all be asking, seriously. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about Diddy, right? It's about all of us. It's about responsibility, about
Yeah.
hearing people who haven't been heard, about making the world a little less messed up.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. In a world that's obsessed with fame and money, what are we willing to sacrifice for it? And maybe even more importantly, who pays the price when the powerful get away with too much? Think about it. And as always, thanks for diving into this with us.